We have some disturbing details from a new report on a brutal murder-suicide in Berlin, New Hampshire this past July.
The Attorney General's report highlights cracks in the system, and as Adam Sullivan reports, victims' advocates demand changes now.
The 21-page report not only outlines details of the case, but it also examines where things went wrong and makes recommendations on how to improve the system to protect victims. Marisol Fuentes was shot to death by her estranged husband in a Berlin restaurant back in July, shortly after she arrived for work. The AG's report includes surveillance photos right before the deadly incident that show the killer, Michael Gleason Jr., hiding in the restaurant while he waited for Fuentes. He then cornered her with a shotgun in hand. After shooting Fuentes 3 times, Gleason turned the gun on himself.
Reviews like this are critical to help us evaluate what we're doing well and what can be improved.
Gleason was out of jail on just $5,000 bail at the time of the incident, accused of sexually assaulting Fuentes a couple months earlier. But just 2 days prior to the shooting, Berlin police were notified about threatening comments Gleason made to a friend about killing Fuentes. According to the AG's report, the department dropped the ball following up on a welfare check. One recommendation from the report is more domestic violence training for officers.
We support more training for any professional that is responding to victims. And it's important that that training include the evidence-based research that's out there.
The report also highlights the need for more electronic monitoring devices. A new bail reform law in New Hampshire that gives judges more discretion to hold violent offenders went into effect last month. But Executive Councilwoman Karen Leo Hill says victims need more support.
I think the Department of Justice needs to create a way for victims who aren't getting justice through the criminal justice system to file complaints.
Fuentes was in the process of moving out and getting a divorce at the time of her death. Friends and victims advocates were aware of her volatile marriage. A no-contact order was in place. While the report highlights flaws in the system, Hill says Fuentes did everything right.
And that's the heartbreaking part about the report, is that still, even when a victim does everything right, when they reach out for help, when they go to the police agencies, when they go to the court for justice, sometimes it still doesn't work.
Berlin, New Hampshire Police Chief Jeff Lemoyne declined to comment on the AG's report. However, he did tell me that his department is in the final stages of its own internal investigation into Fuentes' murder. Reporting from our New Hampshire Bureau, Adam Sullivan, Channel 3 News.
Adam Sullivan, thank you. In a statement, Governor Kelly Ayotte says, quote, "Our justice system failed Marisol Fuentes at every level, from the local police to the magistrates. We must do better so that this never happens again. I hope this issue is addressed at the Berlin Police Department and that we can improve education and training on protecting victims of domestic violence across law enforcement agencies."